Hello, my name is Keeley and you're watching my booktube channel. So, if you couldn't tell, I am back at college for the spring semester of my sophomore year, and as you can guess, I brought some books back with me. So today I'm going to be telling you all the books that I brought with me. I brought about 20 books back with me, so let's get on into it. The first book I'm going to talk about is The Lost Hero, which is book 1 in the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, and I brought this because I am currently reading it. I only have like that many pages left, probably like 50 or 60 pages, which I'm going to finish after I film this video, but I'm finally starting this series and I'm so excited. And if you don't know, Rick Riordan writes about mythology, and this one in particular follows Greek mythology, and it follows 3 different people, Jason, Leo, and Piper, and their quests that they're going on. I don't want to say too much because of different spoilers and stuff, but it also mentions Percy Jackson and revisits some of the other characters we saw in the Percy Jackson series, so it's amazing, and I can already tell you that I love this book because I'm almost finished. So because I brought that book, I also brought The Son of Neptune, which is book 2 in the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan. This is obviously the sequel, so I brought it just so I could have more of this world in my life if I'm going through withdrawals. So yeah. So I actually brought one more Rick Riordan book back with me, and that is The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. This is book 1 in the Kane Chronicles. It is a trilogy about Egyptian mythology, I think, and I don't know anything about Egyptian mythology. So I'm very excited to read this. It is Rick Riordan, so I'm going to love it, and I'm excited to see new characters and different mythology aspects. That'll be really, really cool. The next 2 books I brought are a duology, and they are The Spirit Glass Charade and The Clockwork Scarab by Colleen Gleason, and this duology is called a Stalker and Holmes novel duology thing, and I don't know too much about these, but I brought them because they're short, and I know at one point I was super interested in them, so obviously I'm still going to be super interested in them, and I'm very excited to read them, and I think it's like fantasy, magic, who really knows, because I don't like to read a synopsis before going into books most times, so I'm just going to jump into these at some point this semester. The next 2 books are the first 2 books in a series, and that is Cinder and Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. These are book 1 and 2 of the Lunar Chronicles series, and book 2 has been raving about this lately. They are fairy tale retellings. This is about Cinderella and this is about Red Riding Hood, and they have like a sci-fi twist about them. I've just been so excited to read these because everyone's raving about them and they sound so good, and I need to know these characters in this story, so I just brought these so I can read them and stop putting them off. The next book is book 1 in a trilogy, and it's also a series that I need to stop putting off, and that is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. All I know about this is it is set in Russia and there's someone named the Darkling. That's all I know, but everyone loves the series, so I need to read it, so I brought it once again so I can get on that train. The next book is another book 1 of a series, and that is Eragon by Christopher Paolini. All I know about this is there are dragons, and I love dragons, so count me in, and I have had these books on my shelves for so long, so I brought this so I can finally read them because this has been years, and I know I'm going to love them, and I'm excited. The next book is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This is another book that everyone loves that I need to read ASAP, and it's not very long. All I know is it's set in the future and something about a game and the winner gets something, obviously. I don't know. I just heard that it has a lot of 80s references and it's really, really good. So I'm excited to start this one, and it's floppy. So that's a plus. The next book is Ciders by Neal Shusterman. This one is very tiny, so I brought it so if I'm ever feeling slumpy during the semester, I can just pick up a short read and fly through it, because Neal Shusterman is one of my favorite authors and I usually fly through his books, so I'm excited to read another Neal Shusterman book because his Unwind series is one of my favorite series, so I need to read more of him, so yes. The next book I brought is actually a bind-up of a trilogy, and that is the Circle Trilogy by Ted Dekker. This bind-up consists of black, red, and white, and I don't know anything about these books. I have just been told to read them, and so I'm going to. That's why I brought them, because I need to get to them already. The next book I am very, very excited to read, and that is The Moon and More by Sarah Dessen. Sarah Dessen gets me through like anything. If I'm ever in a slump, I can just read Sarah Dessen and magically come out of it. Her books are usually thicker, but I still fly through them like crazy. I love Sarah Dessen. She's a contemporary author, and of course her books always have like love stories, but they also have a deeper meaning, and it's just like different aspects of life that people struggle. So I'm excited to read this one. I'm not sure what it is, but I just know it's Sarah Dessen, cute contemporary, deep life meaning, so I'm very excited to read this one. The next book is a book that I have yet to read that everyone loves, and that is Anne and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I don't know why I keep putting this one off. I don't know. It's just like, should I read that one? I don't know, but it's just cute contemporary, Paris, like what more could you ask for? So I just need to stop putting it off and get to it because I know I'm probably going to love it. The next book is Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. This is another short one, so it'll probably go by fast. I think this is about beauty queens that get stranded on an island, so you can imagine how crazy that would be for them. So I've just heard good things about Libba Bray, and I haven't read anything by her, so I'm going to be picking this one up really soon. I actually might pick it up next after The Lost Hero, so we'll see. This next book I've talked about in other videos of why I haven't read it yet, and it is Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. The only reason I haven't read this is because it is the last John Green book that I need to read, and I don't know, I don't want to live in a world where I don't have any more John Green books to read, but I just need to suck it up and read this one because it's John Green, and I need to read another book of his because it's been a while, so I'm just gonna have to do it. And the last book I brought back to college with me this semester is Crank by Ellen Hopkins, and I have actually read this one, but it has been years, and it is a trilogy, so I'm going to start rereading, and her books are told in verse, if you didn't know, so they fly through. I love Ellen Hopkins. This one is about drugs and meth and a girl that is addicted to meth and the repercussions of that. And I love realistic fiction. I love the dark, deep stuff, which may be kind of weird, but that's what I love, and I don't know. I'm just really excited to reread this one because it is one of my favorites, and it is the first Ellen Hopkins book I ever read, so it'll be fun to revisit it. So those are all the books that I brought back with me for the spring semester of 2016. I will be getting more because as I go home, if I do go home, I will take back books and then bring back books, so that's how I do things. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!